Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Bandai's Armor Girls project, Atago, and this is from the Colle or Kantai Collection series. And I'm really excited for this one, since Yamato was quite a bit of a disappointment when I first got her. There's a lot of quality control issues, and little did I know the later release of Yamato, or the later batches, they're actually a little bit better in terms of quality control. Yeah, unfortunately for me, I got one of the first runs. Anyways, I still consider myself lucky because there wasn't really much of big issues on mine. Anyways, we're taking a look at Atago this time, and I believe she's a battle cruiser. And I'm actually hoping that they also made Takao. I believe that's her sister, and she looks amazing. And she's one of the blood ones, wearing the blue. I'm not sure what do you call that, the uniform. But yeah, really nice. On the back here, kind of shows you the different design, the different faces that included. Pretty cool stuff. There we go. I was actually wondering, you got a blonde-haired girl here, and she's not Japanese. I'm wondering if there's some kind of European or some kind of influence on the ship. I'm not too familiar with the ship design, but you know, I'm just wondering why they have a blonde girl this time as opposed to a Japanese girl. Interesting. Anyways, let's take a look inside. Alright, likewise, we're gonna start with the base, and I believe this is the same as Yamato's. They wouldn't change the design. This doesn't make sense if they do. Alright, so let's put this on here. You can tilt that back. This one, I believe, goes here in the center. There we go. And just clamps on there. Yep. You get a tab here that locks it in place, but you can extend this out. Most likely we're just gonna go on the short one. There we go. Maybe we'll extend it a bit later on. We'll see. There we go. That's pretty much it for the base. Alright, we got Atago here, and she can stand on her own, but you gotta do a little bit of balancing act. Yeah. It's kind of interesting that her heels is a little different. The other ones I've seen in terms of Figma and Yamato, they have the rudder foot, but this one just has that I'm not like a wings on the side. It's probably a rudder also, but it's different. She looks amazing, and let's take a closer look. Alright, and she looks amazing. You got that really nice smile, really cheerful. And so far, looking at this, I don't see any problems. Paint is amazing. It's quite different from what I've seen with the Yamatos. Really nice. Again, when you first take it out of the box, there's actually spots here that are, wet. I think there's a little bit more there, but just let it dry. Just let it air dry, let it breathe, and there's a little bit more inside. It's just a paint, and I think it should be good. It's nicely painted. Oh, interesting. Alright, let's go over the articulation. And in terms of the hair, I don't see anything that you can do. Yep, no articulation there. We do have to put the hairpiece right here, and I'm having a little difficulty on this one. There we go. Just getting the right. Yeah, I'm not too sure. There we go. I think that might be it. It's kind of hard to pinpoint which. As long as it gets there. There is an option to remove this tie on her neck, and it involves removing the head. You can pop it out. There we go. If you're wondering how to do that, there we go. I'm just gonna leave it there, but just want to demonstrate that it's not really a difficulty to do that. Although getting this thing to stay on, it could be troublesome. Anyways, that's back there. You get the arms. In terms of the shoulder, it seems to be in a ball joint. Yep. Quite nice. Get the elbow band. Get the wrist here, which we'll go over the different hands later on. And she has quite a big rack. It's there's no articulation. It's doesn't seem to be it's there. And I found that it's kind of not. It's too big for her. It seems like her upper body is just too small for the rest of the body. I mean, you have the legs. Yeah, it's kind of weird in terms of proportion. But it's there. In terms of articulation, we don't see much of a problem there. Then you get this really nice cloak. Or I'm not really sure, but nice cloak. Her inner skirt, it's molded together. Although there's like seems to be that there's separate. Yeah. You can spread her legs, move forward, bend her knee. Get a simple joint there. And it's not too bad. And same thing with ankle. I'm not sure if you can remove this fin. Seems like it's glued in place. Skirt, I don't see any joints here at all. So there we go. And I think that's about it. Alright, next up are the faces, and I actually kind of find it a little hard. Is it this one? Actually, no, not that one, but this one right here. This one, it looks about the same, and I think the only difference might be the eyebrow. This one might be smiling a bit more, and oh, once we remove the face. Another thing I kind of find weird is why is the face slanted like that? It's like, are they trying to save plastic? It's weird. This one is number 4. And I'm just going to pull this out. And hopefully we don't take the cup with us. Alright. So removing the face. There we go. So this one is number 1. And again, I don't see much difference between this one and this one. They're both smiling, although the eyebrows on this one's a little bit higher. So she seems to be more excited in this one, and this one is probably her neutral face, although she's still smiling. Then you get a couple other ones. This one where she got hurt, or her cheeks are also rosy. You got that red. I don't know, this red markings. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera. Then you have the one that she's that battle face. I'll probably put this on since we're gonna put the rest of her armor on. And inside, it's just a weird configuration. Here we go. Putting this on and get the cap back on. Yeah, I wish the cap will be a better or a longer peg. It just doesn't work. Anyways, we got that there. And our next accessory will be, it's kind of like shoulder bag. Has some nice details to it. I'm not too sure what's in there. Well, it seems like the I'm not too familiar with ship nomenclature. It's like the deck. Yeah. I do apologize for that. Anyways, there you go. Moving on. Well, we have the different hands, so I'm just gonna go over them. I'm not gonna detach, maybe one or so, but so we get this hands here, and I think you get a pair. So all the hands are actually in pairs. So you get this one. We're just gonna spread apart. You do have a pair of fists if you need them. You have let's see, a pair of this. hand right here. It's kind of like this one, but you get the fingers a bit more close, like what I'm doing right now. So you get a pair of that, and you get a pair of just the hands like going like this, and you got a pair of pointing fingers. So that's great. Why don't we try that one on? Pop this out. There we go. It's a really small ball joint. I don't like those. That seems to be holding quite well. Yeah, not a fan of this. I prefer, but it gives you wrist articulation. That's why they have that. But yeah, not too fun of that. Anyways, we got that part. Next part is attaching this one, and you got a hinge there. It goes around her waist. We're just gonna mount this in here. Shoulder bags on the way. Let's see. Come on, there we go. Should have put the shoulder bag later on, but. And I think this is the connection port for the Battle Cruiser, or her armor. This one kind of goes around her waist, although as you can see, her chest is on the way. So we'll try our best to get in there. So there we go. It's kind of, I thought it was like, it goes here too, on her legs. So it's kind of interesting. Seems like there's a plane there too. Huh. Interesting. Alright, and moving on. Yeah, let's gonna go over the pretty much the armor. Alright, we got the main hull for this. So drastically different from Yamato, obviously, since the battleship is different from a battle cruiser. And we got different mounting ports here for the guns. But just looking at this, we have a hinge here, which I believe can open. Well, you can twist it. It's kind of weird how this hinge works. You probably just, yeah, you can have it on this way, but it doesn't really make open it up for you. Well, okay, there we go. But you gotta be just careful because you don't want to hit those or break those pegs. Anyways, let's put it back. In terms of paint, I don't see much chipping other than the parts where they touch here a little bit. So you can see there's no shading. I don't think there was shading. Maybe a little bit on the bottom. It seems like there's a little bit of bottom. Then you get the chains here. They're alright. Could have done a bit better since the whole thing is just painted orange. Yeah, it would be cool if it's what do you call this, silver. Huh. But that's what it is. Then you got the turrets here. And the turrets are movable, which is cool. And I think that's it. And you get 3 of them, and they're all identical. So you got the 3 main guns, and it just pops in. It's a bolt joint. And I found that once you put it on, kind of hard to take out. So yeah, make sure when you put it on, just leave it on. Here we go. This one seems to, okay. This one can even move forward, so that's cool. Otherwise, the other two, you get the swivel. All right, so putting this on to Akagi, or not Akagi, Atago, Akagi's aircraft carrier. There we go. It just mounts on the back there, and like in the promo pictures, you can put this on front or open them up. Either way. There we go, and let's just attach this to the base. Over here, get the mounting part on the bottom, and just get it twisted around to get it in place. There we go. So this one, she probably, I need to bend her knees back. So this one, we have to push this a little bit higher. Maybe the second or third will do. There we go. It's a bit better. And let me just readjust my camera. And before I forgot, there's this connector part which you kind of have to detach from the sprue, cut it out, put it on here. And this, if you just want to display the figure, it goes around her waist. But more than likely, we're gonna have the battle cruiser ship around her. It's probably best to have that. So I'm not gonna go or use this at all. Right, we got Atago here. She looks amazing. Yep. Really cool. I'm really happy that I got her. And just a comparison with a Figma. There we go. I have to say, this is still impressive to see a battle cruiser as opposed to an aircraft carrier. But they have their own different aesthetic looks. Yep. I think she has a little bit more details on her. But in terms of having something really stands out, you gotta have one of those AGP. But we have to wait. We still have to see how Figma Nagato is. And also, I've looked up. They are making AGP Takao, so that's gonna be great. You're gonna have a sister. But to compare it with Battleship Yamato, here we go. And apparently, I have Yamato raised up a little bit, so we're doing just the camera right here. Here we go. My growing collection of Colle stuff. It just doesn't end. I thought I'll be done with Block Rock Shooter. Apparently not. They always make something awesome. Anyways, that's about it for the review. Hope you guys like it. Highly recommend getting the AGP. They're not too bad. Just the price. They're quite more expensive than Figma's. Almost double, I have to say. Yeah, I think Yamato's over 100 and Atago is close to 100. It's ridiculous. Anyways, and then the problem is the girls which Bandai has is different from what Figma is releasing. I think there's some kind of licensing issue. But yeah. Anyways, that's about it for my review. I actually got my AGPs from Tatsu Hobby. You can shoot them an email to get them pre-ordered. I would highly recommend pre-ordering them, and because they're quite expensive, and or sometimes they just sell out. Or if you want to get it or get your figures allotted, it's always good to pre-order. Anyways, that's it. Yeah, if you have any questions, as always, I'll leave a comment and I'll try my best to answer that for you. Otherwise, tune in for the next review. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.